Good day, Ma'am Agnes. I am Mary Jane C. Ornelio, BPA2, Section 1. For today's video or presentation, I would like to present to you the topic D, E, and F, and G. So, the DILG for devolution 2 happened with issuance of EO number 38. And 3 decades of devolution in the Philippines, how this shape of the health financing and public financial management reforms. Letter F, the decentralization, and letter G, the local governance survey in the Philippines, planning and development coordinator version. So first we have the DILG for devolution to happen with issuance of Executive Order 138. Sorry, that is honest mistake. I have written there the 13787 instead of 1378. So what is Executive Order number 38 all about? It is issued to support the efficient implementation of the Supreme Court ruling on the Mandanas Garcia case and strengthen the autonomy and empowerment of local government units or the LGUs. It directs the full devolution of certain functions of the executive branches to the LGUs. So what are these functions? So some of these functions of the LGUs are this taxation and this implementation of all the health services and everything. So the long wait is over for all the LGUs. Thank God to former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. He signed already the full devolution of basic services and facilities from the national government to local government units or LGUs. So what are these? What are these basic services and facilities that is written under the Section 17 of Local Code 1991? These are the social health services, the infrastructures, and many more. So including the increased share of LGUs in all national taxes and revenue. So with EO, the full devolution of all powers and resources mandated by the 1991 Local Government Code will happen. So everything that is written there under in the Local Government Code, which is not in 1991, there will be happened. Under the full devolution, many good things are coming in our LGUs way and public in general. So, letter E, 3 decades of devolution in Philippines, how this shape if the health financing and public financial management reforms. As written in our constitution said, everyone has the right to health care. We mobilize funds through JKN, but it is still very low compared to the needs. Some of the poor people are already subsidized by the government, but it is still inadequate. So for the sa poor, dahil sa visa ng EO, this will not be gonna happen. It will improve all the health services of every LGUs. So in 1991, the Philippine government introduced a major division of national government services, which included the first wave of health sector reform through the introduction of the Local Government Code of 1991. So as we face the impact of COVID-19 on family planning and reproductive health system, these are the health sector faces now. So in the code devolve basic services for agriculture, extension, forest management, health services, barangay, road, and social welfare to local government units. So in 1992, the Philippines government devolved the management and delivery of health services from the National Department of Health the local elected provincial, city, and municipal governments. So, the devolution of health services involved the transfer to LGU of their records, equipment, and the other assets and personnel of the corresponding to the devolved powers, functions, and responsibilities. So, in order to, to be functional and effective, the devolution of health services involved the transfer of the LGU's records, equipment. So, when we say equipments, the machines, the equipments that is used by um, the medical group or in infrastructures, the hospitals. Like for example, in the barangay, we have the health center there, so you have to bring them the equipment that they need in order to be effective in their in the barangay as their health care services in every LGUs. So, and other assets, personnel. So, these personnels may be there, including this is the BHW, and supposedly this LGU will provide also the nurse in every barangay or a doctor for the free checkup that is benefited by all the residents in every LGUs. So letter F, the decentralization in the Philippines and overview. So, and is decentralization important in the Philippines? The main justification of decentralization is the economic efficiency can be enhanced with each public service being provided by the jurisdiction having control over the minimum geographic area that would internalize the benefits and cost. So decentralization is referred to as a form of organizational structure where there is delegation of authority by the top management to the middle and the lower levels of management in an organization. Advantage of decentralization is a job speed up, provides a friendly atmosphere, improve comprehension, and faster teamwork to the company. So, okay. And the next one is the decentralization purpose. So, the goal, what is the goal of decentralization and purpose? The decentralization purpose is to strengthen the democratization process and to increase the participation of citizens by giving more decision-making power to citizens or their elected representatives. So, we need our full participation in order to improve our LGUs and together with our elected representatives. And the benefits is to improve the level of the job satisfaction as well as employee morale, especially amongst a lower level manager. So letter G, the local governance survey in the Philippines, planning, development, coordinator version. So the local government survey number 1 is the local government officials and capacity development opportunity. So these are the developing the capacity of government officials is the key to improve governmental performance at the local level. So these are the LGPMS, the administrative governance, economic governance, social governance, valuing fundamentals of governance, environmental governance. And the next survey is the third-party members in the local pre-qualification bids and awards committee. The local government code of the 1981 in the Philippines requires that at least 2 representatives of the local NGO be represented in the members of the local pre-qualification bids and awards committee, which development and council of which local government. And the third survey is in order the relationship with constituents. In order to understand their relationships with constituents, the survey asks about their meetings with representatives from non-government organizations and people organizations, or NGOs, or POs, and the business community. The fourth survey is the relationship with other government institutions and officials. This survey is the extent of the network with other government was identified by asking about the frequency of contact in the past year with the following officials. This survey is more on the secretaries in every department of the government. The fifth was the fiscal state. So the duties and functions of the PDC include the coordination of the various interests, and he or she must take into account the interests and values of the services, make effective and coherent plans, and implement those plans. And number 6 is the personal attributes of PDC. The survey denies the personal attribution of the PDC, such as sex, educational background, career history, and more. This survey will show that how the elected officers is concerns about the citizens, especially the topic of sex, educational background, how they are going to educate people in their LGUs about their surveys. So that would be all, ma'am. Thank you.